The McLaren P1 GTR is a 1,000 horsepower, track-only version of the P1 hypercar. Available only to the 375 owners of the original P1, this is a car that very few could ever buy. We went to a preview event for potential buyers and spoke to Chris Goodwin, Formula One driver and collaborator on the GTR, to learn about what makes this car so unique.
The car behind me, the P1, the brief was to create the ultimate driver's car for road and track. It had a fairly wide operating window in which it had to excel, and it does the job very nicely. The P1 GTR though is for our P1 customers that wanted to go to the track and the track only. They really wanted something that was solely built for that job and that job alone. So we've increased the power, which this car's already got a lot of power, over 900 PS. We've now got 1,000 PS on the P1 GTR, so a huge amount of horsepower, but we've developed the car specifically for a racetrack. It's the fastest GT racing car in the world now. It's faster than GT Le Mans and GT3, but it achieves its performance in a way our customers really love, which is more power than grip. McLaren is very much a technology-driven company across the board. We've tried to really break new boundaries in use of modern materials, but the technology in the road cars, the P1 behind me here, is a hybrid powertrain. This car's got active aerodynamics, it's got a suspension system that generates more grip and more ride comfort than any of our competitors.
Goodwin's position is a dream job for car fanatics around the world. I asked him how he landed this key role in perfecting the driving experience of one of the fastest GT cars on the track.
I've been racing cars for 30 years, but I went to, as a kid I worked on racing cars as a mechanic. I went to university to study mechanical engineering at Imperial College in London, so one of the best places in the world to learn how to become an engineer. Halfway through that process though, I had a much better idea, so I ran away to become a racing driver.
Even the most competent drivers can't just get in a $3 million car and take it for a spin. So how does McLaren get its customers ready for their new hypercar?
This is one of the fastest cars in the world. It's extremely drivable for anybody. The P1 GTR though is a real beast. You know, it really is a track-focused car. We've wanted to create a driving program, so we will take our P1 road car owners, put them through our driving development program, and assuming that they have never driven on a racetrack before, we want to train them from the bottom to the top. We'll fit them with a race suit. We'll put them then into the driving simulator in the Technology Centre back in Woking. So you sit in a Formula One carbon fibre chassis, you have a wraparound screen, 3D graphics, you put a crash helmet on, but you're driving whatever car, whatever physical model of a car we've programmed into the simulator. So on any given day, in the same hardware, I could be driving something that performs and feels like a Formula One car, like a 650S, like a P1, or a P1 GTR. All of our cars have been developed. The joy of the simulator is that you can actually make adjustments to the car and change the way the car handles, as you would do in the real world, and you'll feel that in the simulator.
I basically came to this event on a whim. I've maybe seen one hypercar in my whole life, and the idea of buying one is certainly alien to me. But it was interesting to find out how they actually do it. It turns out you can't just build the fastest production car in the world and sell it to rich people. You have to build a relationship with them, you have to kind of schmooze them, you have to sell to the same people who bought the last fastest model. It was really interesting. I got to see how this all works and got to see a bunch of really cool cars.